We need to have a conversation. Legal versus lawful. We have a constitution for a reason. I'm not trying to be one of them sovereign citizens or whatever. We have a constitution for a reason. It's no secret now. Everybody knows I got arrested the other day for being at the wrong place at the wrong time, basically. Now, they say legally he had grounds to do what he did, but lawfully he didn't. And also legally, he had no grounds to try and claim that he has the authority to use whatever force he deems necessary to make me take an oral examination. He had no lawful nor legal ground to lay his hands on me. He targeted me because I was at the wrong place at the wrong time and tried to call it random. There was nothing random about it. Now, a few things have come to my knowledge just today that I never knew even was a thing, even existed. And everyone I've spoke to, bar one person, totally agrees with me that no, they can't do that. They can't do that. They're creating criminals at the stroke of a pen, and they've admitted that. They've admitted that to my face. Oh yeah, but I mean, what's that attitude? You know, it is what it is. What's that attitude? No, it's not what it is. It's no way that is what it is. Since when did our police service turn into the government's police force and they can execute whatever arbitrary bit of bullshit they want whenever they feel like it? For example, apparently they can enter anyone's house they want to at any given time without a warrant, using the excuse of, oh, we thought somebody in there might have been in harm. Okay. I'll call bullshit. They might be getting away with it, but I don't see how that's lawful by any means. What happened to our right to privacy? What happened to our presumption of innocence till proven guilty? What happened to needing to be driving in a manner that was not fit for the road in order to be pulled over in the first place? That was always the law since I went to school. Apparently that's changed now. Since bloody when? We need to have a conversation because they're just running away with whatever they want to. The people need to start standing up. You need to start standing up and asking since when, why, how, when did we give you permission? Because their authority derives from us. Make no mistake, it derives from us. We are the Commonwealth, not the government. It's supposed to be the government of the Commonwealth of Australia. Not the Commonwealth, not the Australian Commonwealth. The government of the Commonwealth of Australia. Which means they work for the Commonwealth of Australia. Us. Like I said, I'm not trying to be all sovereign citizen here and all, tinfoil hatty and so forth. But it is what it is. That's what I was taught at school. Many of you wouldn't recall. Most of you didn't have it. These were things that I learnt at school. At school. So since when did that change? This isn't my world. This world we're living in, I don't even want to live in it. I'm getting to a point where I don't even want to live anymore. Seriously. Who wants to live in this trash, this rubbish? It's garbage. I feel like a Jew in Nazi bloody Germany. I feel like a Polish in Poland in 1939. And we're being ruled by bloody brown shirts. A discussion needs to be had. Are we okay with these laws or not? Let's just throw more and more and more laws on top of people. Let's rob them blind and take all their money and all their freedoms. What happens when there's none left? Where do we go from there? Is that what it's going to take? when your kids are getting arrested for simply not making it home before a certain time because of some curfew? Like that poor girl in England because she bought McDonald's after a certain hour? Why do things have to get ugly before things change? Before somebody pulls the reins on that horse and stops it running away on us? Why? We've got to a point where there is no peaceful or civil way to fix this. And I regret that. I regret that. It's something terrible. There is no peaceful means to fix this issue now. Because all them grubs in suits aren't going to take any notice of us. They're making money out of it. I'm begging the police force. It's supposed to be a police service. It's supposed to be a peace service. I'm begging the police. I'm begging Felix Ellis, Minister for Police. I'm begging Donna Adams, the Commissioner for Police. Come to the table with the magistrates. All of them. Come to the table with the people. And ask us what we think is unfair, what we think is unlawful. Ask us what laws we do want and don't want. Of course, there's the fair enough ones. Yeah, no, drugs aren't good. I can attest to that. Absolutely, drugs aren't good. I have a small problem, triggered by all of your problems. This is the thing. I have a small problem. It's barely even a problem. It's barely even a thing. But it's triggered by all the bullshit that's outside there, which I don't want to deal with. I don't even want to go outside. I don't like going outside because I have to deal with their bullshit. Their arbitrary garbage. I've even had Supreme Court barristers say to me down at the Burnie Courthouse, "Oh, what goes on downstairs? That's got nothing to do with us. That was all just put together to raise revenue. That's just it's a money-making scam." From the words from their own mouths, it's a money-making scam. That's for no purpose other than to raise revenue. Come to the table and talk about this with the people, not just with me, with the people. The amount of people that have no idea that you've granted yourselves, this is the police I'm talking about, you've granted yourselves the authority, which is supposed to derive from us, you've granted yourselves the powers and authority to just walk into people's houses, to just pull over anyone you want, willy-nilly. Where does it end? What next? Oh, I know someone that looks like that person of interest. Let's go round up everyone that looks like that person of interest and they have to prove that they're innocent. Who knows? We might get lucky and catch a few of them for something else. What? Are you for real? What happens when it's one of your kids? Or will you go through process corruption to make that go away? So I've read up on process corruption. I know a little bit about that. Process corruption is rife. Even in the mainland, they say that Tasmania is one of the most corrupt states in Australia, with the police and with the politics. Not my words. Go onto YouTube and watch In the Interest of the People. These are people who have managed to get a court case, to get a national inquiry put together into the ABC because of gay, bloody, predatory grooming of children. Back in the 70s. Geez, that took a while to come through, didn't it? It took a long time for that to surface. Now the people aren't relevant anymore. They're dead. What, you investigate people after they die because they're on your side, not ours? Fancy a police service protecting pedophiles. I fancy that. And you can't say you don't because the proof's in the pudding. There's been so many inquiries, and I'm not doing this just to try and save my own backside. Like I said to him down at the station today, when I took my statement and my version of events down to the sergeant while the offending officer was sitting right behind him the whole time. I'm not stupid. I know that's going to be used to build their defence against me because I was assaulted. I know that. But like I said, 2 years of walking is a small price to pay just to get a conversation on the table. We need to have this discussion. We need this conversation. So, I'm asking you to spread this far and wide. Spread this far and wide. Why? So we can make the conversation happen. So at least I'm not making myself a martyr for nothing. That I do ask. Don't make me a martyr for nothing. This conversation has to be had. Because the bully's running away with the lollies and the money. What are you going to do? Sit there and cry about it? The conversation has to be had. Please. Come to the table and have this conversation. I'll say no more about it. Other than, where does it end? Where does this end? To what end is this game being played? Because I don't want to play it. And I know nobody wants to play it. The only people that want to play it are the people with the badges. We don't want to play this game. This is our life and our country, not yours. You're supposed to serve with honour. Can we get back to that?